you so much for joining us this evening.
It is great to see you again. Thanks for being here tonight. In just a second, Kath, we are off to Pembroke, where the pipes are calling.
Oh, I love the pipes. In part 2, we'll introduce you to Karen Bailey, who really appreciates good service. Karen's fascination as an artist with those who serve has taken her from Chafee's Locks to Kandahar, Afghanistan.
Okay, but first, it's the Celtic spirit of CJ Dixon. Often, where we think we are heading isn't where we end up. Chris Dixon knows that. At least he does now. Chris is an engineer whose career began with Nortel in Brockville. For 5 years, life was good. And then, layoffs.
I survived the first wave and the second wave got me.
He rode a different wave to Pembroke. A new high-tech beginning, same disappointing end.
I worked there for over about 4 years, I guess, and they were downsizing, and away I went from there.
So you were a victim twice of downsizing in the high-tech world.
Nobody wanted me.
Not true, of course. Chris was indeed a wanted man. An exciting world of heart-quaking music was awaiting his arrival. He just didn't know it yet. At a show called Riverdance, a discovery.
So halfway through the show, each of the musicians would come out and they would play a solo. And one of them was the uilleann pipes. And so as soon as I saw that, I really think my mouth was open. My wife had to shut it. And from there, I just decided that I really wanted to learn to play this instrument.
Off he went in search of pipes, and found at the same time inspiration.
And I saw the prices, and I said, wow, that's expensive. And so when I found out the price of these things, very first thing I said to my wife, girlfriend at the time, is I said, I can probably make one of these.
And he did, fashioning a rough set, not just to play, but to sell.
And so then, of course, the proprietor in me, kind of a little light bulb went on there, and I said, I wonder if I could sell this. And so I literally, with the help of the internet, put them up for sale, and they sold right away. And that's where the big light bulb came on and said, I think I might be able to do this for a living.
You just got the information off the internet?
Off the internet, yeah.
And build a set of pipes.
That's right. I figured if I could build a set of pipes from scratch without any kind of training to start, then you know, I guess I could probably build just about anything.
His uilleann pipes are fashioned from a variety of exotic woods: cocobolo, rosewood, African blackwood. These provide a distinctive look and soft, subtle tone. All components are handmade. There are brass keys, mounts and caps in synthetic ivory, specially tanned high-quality leathers, and solid brass rivets.
I just love what I do. I just absolutely love everything about it. I love the instrument. You know, there's a love of the music, but there's also, for me, taking something that comes as a stick and comes as a piece of metal and transforming it into something that plays world-class music is just a phenomenal thing for me.
The uilleann bagpipes, once known as the Union pipes, are native to Ireland. Unlike the Highland bagpipes, often played outdoors, the sweet melodic uilleann pipes are well suited to indoor venues. The musician is seated, powering and guiding the music with elbows and fingertips.
The bellows supplies air to the bag, and if you're right-handed with your right elbow, that feeds air, which goes across this tube into the bag over here. From that, you apply elbow pressure with your left elbow. That pressurizes or puts air into your chanter, which plays notes, as well as it puts air through your drones, which makes the harmonic buzzing sound that accompanies the chanter.
And I see you have it against your leg. Is there not an opening at the end of that chanter, or no?
There is, and it's actually another note as well. And what you do is, that's the bell of the chanter, and you keep that for certain notes against your leg, sealed, just like you would your tone holes where you lift your finger. And when you're playing a certain note, you lift the chanter.
So you're doing something with your right elbow, your left elbow, both hands, and at times your thigh.
Exactly.
Plus reading music.
Plus reading music. Yeah, as I mentioned, it's a real dance. Really, that's the best way I could probably describe it. It's a dance.
Merrickville, Ontario's Peter Purvis knows well the dance of the uilleann pipes.
I love them because they're a lot more of a mellow sound compared to the Highland pipes. And from a music point of view, you can play them in lots of different keys. It's a lot easier to play with other instruments, whereas the Highland pipes, you can only play in B flat, so it's very limited. But these have a huge range. They have 2 octaves compared to the Highland pipes, which only have 1. It's just a really beautiful instrument, which is why I assume they're using it in so many things, commercials and like I mentioned, movies, and it's just it's a very haunting, beautiful Irish type sound.
Pete's a piper with the internationally renowned Celtic band Gaelic Storm, famous for having appeared in the movie epic Titanic.
Pete Purvis is definitely one of the ones that very gifted piper, and neat enough a local boy from Merrickville.
Whether on tour, recording albums, or movie soundtracks, Pete plays the uilleann pipes of CJ Dixon, impressed by their quality, robust tone, and the builder's commitment to his craft.
They're beautiful pipes. They sound great. They stay in tune. The reeds are fantastic. He just does a great job with them. He's very his design is very traditional, but it's also very innovative. He just does a fantastic job with all this stuff.
I can remember the very first time I played them. You know, again, just really brought tears to my eyes, because it's sort of hear my pipes in the hands of somebody that I can actually do something with them at that level was just it was phenomenal.
His stuff is actually a lot better than a lot of the other makers' stuff I've played, who've been making pipes for 4 or 5 times longer than he has.
Chris is one of 2 builders of the traditional instrument in Canada, and has an endorsement from a prestigious uilleann piping school and society in Ireland, one of only 58 recognized builders in the world to have this distinction. His goal? To make pipes he's proud of. After all, they bear his name.
CJ is Christopher John. For me, my pipes are personal, so I figured my name would be my brand. You know, when you buy something, you're buying sort of a piece of me.
Chris sells his pipes via the internet around the world, and has customers on every continent except Antarctica. He also crafts Irish bow rods and tunable whistles. Whether you're a professional performer or casual hobbyist, Chris delivers instruments that please.
I do want to make the best set of pipes out there. I really do, and take the music to an entirely different level. And for me, it's such a neat thing to know that when I'm gone, there's going to be pipes all over the world with my CJ Dixon on them. You know, that will live far longer than me. So that's a very cool thing, and so that's probably why I never leave here, really. Except to sleep. I just, you know, I have a passion for it. I just love to do it.
There's There's nothing like the sound of the pipes to stir your heart.
You said it, and few build them as beautifully as CJ. He's one guy I'd like to hear drone on and on for a long time to come. Thanks for sharing your story, CJ.